First off, I like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to those elders and apostles out there from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, this your brother Dawad Bar from the branch of GMS here in Chicago, coming right back at you with a little lesson. And as you see on my phone screen here, I pulled up FCC to control the internet and vote. And no one's talking about this. Not one person is talking about this. No one has, this has not been mentioned. I want to say about 4 or 5 days ago, I did a video on the government control of the internet and then the famine of the word, where I was just listening to a YouTube channel called Pinball Preparedness. And he sit up here and said that they are supposed to be voting on whether the FCC will be taking over the internet on November 15th. So this is when they're voting, not taking over it, but they're voting on November 15th. If the FCC should take over the internet, and they got this guy named Carr, he opposes it. But I'm gonna sit up here and read what it says. No one's talking about this. If the government takes over the internet, best believe, like I said in that video I did 3 or 4 days ago, it's gonna be over. But here, I want y'all to sit up here and look at this. Look at this right here. The Office of Commissioner of Brendan Carr. Carr opposes President Biden's plan to give administrative state effective control of all internet service and infrastructure in the U.S. Now, this was Washington, D.C., November 6, 2023. The FCC Commissioner Carr issued the following statement. Democrats have been in charge of the FCC and administrative agencies in D.C. for approaching 12 out of the last 16 years. They have had the opportunity over the stretch of time to put in place nearly any federal telecom policy of their choosing, Slovakia. In fact, the federal government has allocated hundreds of billions of taxpayer dollars for the purpose of ending the digital divide, while Democrats have run the administrative state. After all of that time and after all of that spending, the Biden administration has concluded that the Democrats' policies are not working. Now, I want you to go down here. I want to go down here to this second paragraph to the bottom. I'm not going to read all this. Needless to say, Congress never contemplated the sweeping regulatory regimen that President Biden asked the FCC to adopt, let alone authorize the agency to implement it. Nonetheless, the commission will vote next week on November 15th to put President Biden's plan in place. A draft of the FCC order implementing President Biden's plans is available here. I oppose the plan for several reasons. So here it is, they're going to sit up here and vote on November 15th to put this plan in place. To sit up here and see if the president, if the FCC would take over the internet. Now, here it is. I'm going to just read a few other things. President Biden plans hands the administrative state effective control of the internet services and infrastructure in the country. Never before in the roughly 40-year history of the public internet has the FCC or any federal agency for that matter claimed a degree of control over it. Indeed, President Biden's plans calls for the FCC to apply a far-reaching set of government controls that the agency has not applied to any technology in the modern era. But I'm going to go down just a little bit. President Biden's plan sweeps the entire industry within the FCC jurisdiction for the first time in the agency 90 years. President Biden's plans allow the FCC to impose unfunded bill mandates on ISPs and unlimited monetary fines on every covered entity. President Biden's plans includes price control. President Biden's plans adopts an expansive and disfavored theory of liability that control neither directed nor authorized the FCC to adopt. So pretty much, he's controlling the money. He's controlling all the aspects of the internet. And y'all can read this. Like I said before, I sit up here and looked up FCC to control internet and vote. And I found this Federal Communication Commission Governor Carr opposes president plans to give administrative state effective. And if you go back a little bit further, then you can sit up here and you can see where it says htp.gov, Federal Communication Commissioner, if brothers want to go look up the whole and read the whole thing. But hey, no one's talking about this. No one's talking about this at all. And these damn devils, man, are coming. These elites are ready to get this shit going, man. And if they take over the internet, best believe it's gonna be on. This is Isaiah chapter 14. I'm just going to start at 12. I'm just going to grab this precept real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weakest the nations? And these are going into these elites, these higher up Edomites, man, who sit up here and want to control everything. They're the ones that got all these plans rolling. They got their little puppet leaders out there that they're sitting up here controlling to sit up here and bring on all this chaos, all this bullshit, so to say. But this is Isaiah 14 and 12 again. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weakest the nations? For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the heights of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And that's what these damn devils want. Here it is. You control the internet. You control what people use the internet for a lot of things. News, to buy, to shop, to get information. Here it is. You pay a certain price for if you go to internet providers and all this. And Biden wants to control all these things. Biden wants the FCC, the government, to regulate and control all this. Can you imagine what would happen? And that's exactly what I said in that video I did 3 or 4 days ago. If the government controls the internet, that famine of the word. But see, here it is now. No one's talking about it. No one's even mentioning this. That these guys are about to vote November 15th on if the FCC should control the internet. And to me, this is huge. But hey, I just want to bring that out. Hey, I like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to those elders and apostles out there from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways, preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, I always say, stay prayed up, brothers. Pray for each other because we almost up out of here. So with that, I like to say, Kwam Yasharella and Abab Shalom. Salakia.